And this is my full face. This is my full face of makeup. And we're going to be putting on makeup. Here's what's going on. I've already done my intro, but I'm not sure that I was super clear about what it is. Sephora's having another sale. This is the Cyber Week sale. It starts on Monday. I'm hoping this video will be up on Monday. And everything from the brands is 30% off. Every day there's a different brand featured. Some days, I think 2 days, it's just one brand. And the rest of the days, at least 2 brands and sometimes 3 brands. Then they're having their Black Friday sale where a couple of very specific items are 50% off. So what I'm wearing right now are items that are on sale. I got in store yesterday and I recommend to you, but I'm also going to tell you about what I would recommend from the brands that I didn't get or I don't have right now. Let's get into the rest of the video. I don't know what day I'm going to have this up. Hopefully Monday, maybe Tuesday, but Sephora is having a Cyber Week and Black Friday sale. I missed the last Sephora sale. I only got 2 things and I didn't do a video, and I'm glad for the opportunity to kind of correct that, but it's really limited. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. I'm not going to wear my glasses, so fingers crossed. The Cyber Week sale, every day there are at least 2 brands, except for one day. No, 2 days. There's only one brand. I'll tell you what it is. On Monday, it's Fresh and Urban Decay. What I'm going to do is tell you what's going on, and I bought some things that I would recommend for you to get during this sale. And this seemed like the most forward way to do it. I do want to thank Magic Links for working with me on this video. And again, everything will be linked down below. So Monday, Fresh and Urban Decay. I love the Soy Hydrating Gel Cleanser. I used it for years. Right now I have a lot of other cleansers going on, but it's really, really gentle. If you have dry skin, you need to get off your makeup, you need to get off your sunscreen, but you don't want to strip your face. That's really good. For Urban Decay, you know what we might do? I'll tell you a day and then we'll put on some makeup. And for Urban Decay, the things that I really liked from them are their colored pencils. If you were looking for an eyeshadow, an eye pencil in a color, you are going to be able to find a very good selection here. Remember when Marc Jacobs was around and they had great colored pencils? They have great colored pencils here. So does Makeup Forever, and that's coming up. So that is on Monday. I also like their Moon Dust eyeshadows, which were a huge thing a long time ago, but the thing is, these kinds of products are still around and they're still great for holiday, just the right color, and it's great for every day. So one more thing from Urban Decay is they have a liquid glitter eyeliner. Now, I think you've probably seen me use it in, I think 5 years I've been here, once or twice. I do a very, very thin line, and it's not, for me, I don't want it to look like a glitter stick. The glitter is in a clear base, so you'll get an occasional sparkle, and it just brings a little light to your eye. Great for candlelight, for a date night when you're, batting your lashes and you want a little sparkle. But you can wear it during the day too. Just use a light hand. So that's day 1. All right, let's get into the makeup that I got. These are things from day 3. So what is day 3, you ask? Let me tell you what day 1 is. Day 1 is Lancome and Ole Henriksen. For Lancome, they have so many mascaras. If you are a fan of one of their mascaras, it might be a time to stock up. You can't buy too far ahead, but I don't follow that rule. What is that rule? Like 6 weeks and throw it out? That's never, ever going to happen for me. And Ole Henriksen, the Banana Bright Under Eye, and I have it on my table all the time, but I put it in this bag here, and this stuff. So let's put this on while we're talking. This goes under the eyes, and it's a great primer, but it also helps to diffuse your darkness. You see the difference from side to side? That's pretty amazing. Don't use too much of this. but you want enough to make a difference. Look at that. I suddenly feel awake. So the Banana Bright and this. I will post everything below, including what that's called, because my magnifying glass isn't in here. Now I'm just going to let the warmth of my finger work this in. Voila. Now I am primed. So now we're going to talk about what happens on day 3. So Makeup Forever, what else they have before I show you what I got. Their liners are great. They're pencils. You can use these pencils on your lips and on your eyes. They have a lot of colors. I like this texture in particular for the lips, but I'm not a huge lip lining person, so you don't see me use it very often. But I do feel that they have several colors in that nudish range that so many people are fond of, so that's something that you might want to think about. You know, I got their concealer a little while ago, and they have a ton of foundations. My favorite foundation they discontinued, and that was the Makeup Forever Reboot, and I haven't found anything to replace it. So I know they have so many to choose from, it's almost confusing, but they have a lot of shades, they have a lot of formulas, and that might be something that you're interested in. I just can't recommend one because Reboot was it for me. Why'd you discontinue Reboot? It breaks my little heart. I have been wanting this since it came out, you guys. This is the face palette. It comes in 2 colorways, medium dark and light medium, and obviously I got light medium. Right here are your contour bronzer foundation, and right here highlighter blushes, and you might be able to use these on your lips. So this morning before I washed my face, I just did a little test to see how am I going to do this, because this is a little dark for me, obviously much too light for me, and I think you could Beauty Blender and tap between. So we're going to try, because one of the things that kept me from not getting this in the past is it seemed like it might be a little too pro. So we're going to try to see if that's true. So I'm going to go in this one and in this one and see what happens. Seems like it's good enough. I am not compelled to go full coverage with a product like this. I think when I did it with my finger, let's just do it with the finger. I thought, you know, this might be one of those great applications on a day when I'm not feeling really red, or a day where I'm not doing anything fancy, but I wanted to cover up a little bit. Let's go here and just kind of stretch it around, not for all over. And I'm right. It has a really good stretch. And then you can diffuse it as you pull out, so you really don't see. I'm going to do my whole face, half of my face, on that side. I'm going to do that again. So these 2 shades, and get the redness and sun damage here. But instead of it looking like you're a patchwork, if you kind of pull it out and diffuse it when you get out of the zone you're really looking to cover, I think it might be imperceivable and be a really, really nice no makeup look. Now I'm not fully covering all this darkness I have here, but from this side to this side, I think it's not bad. I think this is a casual way to go about things. And I'm going to do this area right here. Yeah, I like the way this works. You know, when you're wearing less, it looks more like, wow, you have such beautiful skin. It's not my skin, it's my makeup. And the forehead, just to kind of even everything out. I'm a big fan of finger application. There. So a light finger application really helps things a lot. And let's try the brush. Let's just see. Investigating. So my brush fits, It's a little big, but I can get the center and then stamp on the face. Stamp and pull maybe. I think I got a little too much of the dark color in here. It's certainly faster. Okay. So this is faster, but I think the coverage is not too dissimilar. I think I got better coverage here only because I was really placing it where those things are that I want to cover, the redness and the darkness. And here I kind of put it all over. So thumbs up. I'm going to mix these two colors together and do a little concealing on top of that Ole Henriksen. And the shades will be down below in the description box with the links because I don't have a magnifying glass. And just blend them together in my hand. And I want a lighter touch today because I have the Ole Henriksen on and because my makeup look isn't full coverage. And I believe if you're not doing full coverage on the face, doing full coverage on the eyes can look very, very strange. There, I'm going to bring you in so you can see what's going on the face and the under eyes. And the under eyes are, of course, on the face. But when I'm looking in this mirror here, I'm thinking good color and good look. And I'm wearing a sunscreen today, the In Beauty sunscreen. I can't remember what it's called, link below, which has a little bit of a sheen to it. So I'm getting some sheen on my face, but I don't feel that this is a very slippy product. I can move it around a lot, but some creams and pans can feel a little greasy, and I'm not getting that feeling with this. We'll wait and decide if I want to do a little bit of powdering on my head or not, on my forehead or not. On the fourth day, it's Sunday. Riley, Briogeo, and Pat McGrath. Boy, words. Now, Pat McGrath, of course, her big palettes. I don't know that she's introduced a new big palette in a long time, but the first palette she did that is pinkish, I'll put it in the subtitle right here, I'll put it down below, is still very, very flattering for lighter skin tones. I think palettes are where it's at if you're looking for that, although her lipsticks are really nice too. She has a huge variety of colors, so those are a couple of things you could consider for the fourth day. Blush. So let's do some swipies here. This for the most pale of persons. So if this is your skin color, this is the blush that's going to work for you. But I'm not seeing much on my finger here. Then this one, which I think I'm going to love because it really reminds me of a blush that I used to wear all the time. This one's a little more coral, but this is a warm pink. There's a punchiness to it. So here's those three colors. Very, very light right here. And of course you can mix them all together. You know what, I wonder if this one is actually a highlighter. I think it is. So both of these are highlighters, because it's so sheer. And I thought, oh, there's a shimmery nature to it. So those are those three. See, that's super, super pretty. That's really, really pretty. And then we're going to do these two. So this one is a little bit brick. This one is a berry. There's a little bit of blue in that one. And there they are. Now, I just shot a video yesterday that's going to go up on Thursday where I used these darker kind of blushes, but not this particular blush. And I love them. I think they can be used with the light hand when you're going strategically. But I kind of feeling, well, today it rained a little last night. Everything was wet when I woke up. And of course, instead of going for that fall look, I kind of want to go springy. So I'm going to mix these two together. Just a touch of the coral because it's not my jam. But I think this is my jam. And of course you can use a beauty blender as well. I think this kind of color, let's just go over with a Beauty Blender to make sure it's seamless all the way around the edges. But this color I think is really youthful and energizing on me. I just want to see what this feels like on the lip. This is the bricky color. Just a little bit stain. I would say if you're using it as a full-on lip with a lipstick or really digging in, you might not like it on the lips, but just a stain, not bad at all. Let's do a little contouring. So here's the contour color, which is cool. So I'm going to go through this, which is a highlighter brush. And again, could go in with a Beauty Blender if you wanted to. I just pick some up. I like to do some right here, which will help to slim your face if you need that. If you're losing volume right here, you really don't want to do that. And if you're able to do contouring here, good for you. I can't. For me, it calls attention to the area instead of diffusing the area. Again, I don't have eyes on the side of my face, so I just want to go over with the Beauty Blender and make sure I'm blended. So far, so good. I don't even feel like I need anything for my eyes, which is interesting because I didn't get anything for my eyes. I didn't get any eyeshadows. You know what? Let's do these on the eyes. I'm going to do this one because it's just so pretty and subtle and very springy. And look how pretty that is. It really is lovely. So it looks like the other color is gold. I love pink and gold together, so I don't have a problem with it at all. So let's talk about this. Conclusions. I was afraid it was a little too pro. I don't think it is. I think I was able to do it. As far as can I use this as a bronzer, it's possible. But again, the right brush will be very important. Let's see if this will fit. It does. So I'm going to load her up, and I think I'm going to do two colors. That dark one and this one, and I'm going to go into this one too, because that dark one might have been a little too dark for me. I just want a little bit to bring a little life to the skin so it doesn't look like it's all one color. It's not about looking like I've been at the beach. Just about giving me that lifelike look. Okay, so now let's conclude. It's not pro. I was able to figure it out. I am a person, as you know, who loves makeup, and I play with makeup a lot, and I play with my tools a lot. Fingers, brush, Beauty Blender, flat brush, whatever kind of thing that you have. So I was able to make it work for me. You can do the whole thing with Beauty Blender. You really can. And I like creams all the time. Creams are a lot of fun to work with, but especially this time of year when it can get very dry out and it feels comfortable on the skin. Just color off my lip because we're going to talk about Tarte, what to get at Tarte. I got this last year, I think at the last sale, the spring sale, and I'm almost done with it. And I love it so much. So when I was in store yesterday, I thought I should get this again. But they have a lot of products that look like this, and I couldn't remember the name. It smells like coconuts. It's so comfortable and feels so nourishing, but it's plumping. So you do get that plumping sensation, but it's not aggressive. And this is called something Ego. I think it's called Big Ego. It's not called Alter Ego, I can tell you that. And you put it on, and then after a few minutes it starts to change the color. So this is one of those that they have that starts one color and turns another. I find that it turns very pink on me, and I do love a pink lipstick, especially if it's not old-fashioned looking. And I thought with the colors that I'm wearing, with the blush choices, that this would be probably the best situation. So this I highly recommend. I got the wrong color when I was at Sephora, and I'm going to be getting this for 30% off. But I did get two other colors. So I got this one in Cherry Blossom, and this is not the one that turns colors, but you can see I took this off and there's so much color right here. And this Cherry Blossom is just a mauvey. My lips but better. If you want something subtle, but you want to feel this beautiful balm on your lips and get a little bit of a plumping situation, I think this is a very, very beautiful color. It's subtle, but beautiful. And I think for a lot of people on the everyday basis, if they want to go kind of nude, but they don't want to look like they're dead, this might be the thing to go for because it's sheer, but not terribly sheer. And I'm looking in the mirror thinking, this is so pretty. Wow. I'm just going to pull in a little bit. All right? Okay. This is called Pearl, and it's just shimmer. So you know, every year Tom Ford, it seems like it, does this shimmer lipstick that's kind of gold. And it's so holiday and so pretty, and doesn't have to be for holiday. I get the feeling that this is kind of the same thing, except instead of being gold, it's pearl. But I do see there's a little bit of warmth. Now I don't know if it's reflecting off of my shirt or not. It's so subtle that it doesn't have a gaudy look to it. You could wear this during the day. And I think it might help to make your lips look a little bit larger. I have this theory that if you're wearing a gloss, there's generally one line on your lip, and it reads as that's how full your lips are. Meaning if you have thin lips, it's not going to make your lips look bigger. I think it makes them look smaller because your eye is attracted to this line. But when there's little glitters, that line isn't at the highest point of your lip, it's down here. So now you're looking at the outline, the vermilion border of your lip, making it look bigger. So those are the three things. I love this product. I think it's fantastic. And I got one other product because the next day is Fenty. When I think of Fenty, you know, they definitely have foundations. She is an oily skinned person, so she started with something for oil control that doesn't work for me, and I like their stick, but I have a hard time finding a good shade for me. However, if you like any of her foundations and you have a good shade, they're comfortable for you, it's the time. But to me, Fenty is all about lips. They have a lot of different lip colors. She's not afraid to be adventurous. And cheeks, you know what? I should have pulled out those cheeks. I still have all of my cream cheek blushes. I think those are fantastic, and they're really small. And again, a big variety. But for me, it's about this. So I had two of these. I threw them away because this is liquid and it doesn't last forever. It starts to separate and can get a little janky, and I got it when it first came out years ago, so it was time. But to me, this is the perfect red. The perfect red. So I'm going to take this off and we're going to show you the perfect red. Look at this. I still have little glitter bits and I'm not mad. That is so pretty. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just shake her, even though she's brand new. Lately, I've been hankering for a red lip, and I've been thinking, what? I have the 999 from Dior, but it's very small, and I think I broke it. It's the mini size that you get as a gift with purchase, and it's kind of fussy when it's broken. And I don't really have, as much as I love red, I, oddly enough, don't have that perfect red. I have a couple from Lisa Eldridge that aren't right. One's pink or blue, and one is orange, and I want something really balanced, and I find that this shade is super balanced. Okay, now I have to go in and clean up before it dries down. think I did a pretty good job. Look at this color. First of all, it doesn't make the teeth look orange, always a plus. Second of all, I just think it's the perfect fall. It's not too deep, but it's on the deep side. It's not too bright, really, because it has that deepness. It's not too blue. It's not too orange. It is actually a perfect red, I think. So this is definitely on the list. Obviously, I bought it. And it was time. If you have something that is a liquid lipstick and you've had it a little too long, that is something. I'll keep mascara forever. Liquid lipstick, I won't. 3 more days, let's get into it. Kiehl's, everything from Kiehl's. They have something called the Ultimate Strength Hand Salve. It's insane. It smells like eucalyptus, and if you get bone dry hands, especially in the wintertime, it's something to use. If you go skiing or outdoor sports in the wintertime, I don't know, horseback riding in the snow, doesn't that sound romantic? This is the kind of thing you want. Many years ago, I turned my mom onto this, and she was a convert, immediate, used it all the time. It was her hand lotion. It's really, really great. The 7th day, Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder has great foundations. Unfortunately, the shades don't work for me, but a lot of people like the Futurist. If that's one of your favorites, time to get it, because these are all 30% off. And also the Micro Essence, which I really love. It's, I don't know, $100, $120. You definitely want to get that 30% off. Then, the second part of the sale is Black Friday. And here comes Grace. Hi, baby. And Black Friday is from the 29th of November to the 1st of October. And these items are 50% off. Yes, you heard me right, 50% off. Natasha Denona Retro Palette. Here she is. I love this palette. I feel that, actually, if I went in with the darker blushes from the Makeup Forever palette and went in with these darker colors, I would be able to get kind of that 20s flapper look. I think this is lovely, but if you're not into the plums, and a lot of people aren't, you still have some grays in here and taupey pinks and some beautiful pinks that won't give you too much red eye. And this color here, which is kind of like a perfect, let's just put this on the lids and see what happens. In fact, let's just put this on the lid and see what happens. So 50% off that. Yeah. Oh, look how pretty that highlighter is. So now these two colors should go together very well, actually. So the Natasha Denona Retro, I highly recommend. The Kiehl's Better Screen Serum SPF. I've never tried it, but I tried it on in store. It's one of those liquidy ones that has some whiteness to it, but the whiteness goes away as you blend it in, and it felt very comfortable. YSL Black Opium Illicit Green. I've never tried it, but it kind of sounds like it might be interesting. It sounds like they're taking opium was an oriental category, and green is usually associated with chypre. So if you can marry a chypre and an oriental without getting a headache, that sounds kind of delicious. I might have to see what that's about. Color Wow, cult favorite hairspray. What are you doing? I think she's ready for me to stop. Hi, baby. Color Wow, cult favorite hairspray. I've never tried it before. I'm not a hairspray person, but if you like Color Wow or this product, that's something to consider. And First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser. Again, I haven't tried it. I can't say yay or nay, but those are all 50% off for the Black Friday period, which is 11/29 through 12/1. And you guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I'm really enjoying this look. I do think I can go without powder, but let's just put on a little of the Kosas and see. I don't think it's too shiny, do you? Cloud Set. Just to take the edge off. Let's pull in, because I've been wearing this for a solid half hour, and see what's going on. It still looks really pretty. The under eyes still look nice. You know what? I never had tried that Ole Henriksen with this concealer. They work well together. A little dropping, so I'm going to hit that. And I always do it under the eyes after I've done everything else, so it's little powder, not a lot of powder. Yeah. Okay, you guys, that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope it was helpful, and I hope there's something in this video that you want to get during this, you know, extra sale that nobody knew about. Maybe people did know about it, I don't know. And I'm really happy that I've finally been able to try this. I think it's a very lovely palette and not too scary. So you saw how it worked for me. I investigated for you. So if you've been staying away from this because you were thinking, yeah, that's going to be hard, not that hard. Just have a little fun with it. And the lip products, which I love, the Lip Stunner, the Perfect Red, and these lip plumpers from Tarte. All right, you guys, hope it was helpful. Hope you come back again. And until we meet again, be smart and safe and don't stumble over your words. And I'm wishing you good health.